So at this point in time, it's no secret that YELAN is a fantastic character and a breath of fresh air in my opinion, and it's a no surprise that she fits on many different team builds and in some cases excels in those team comps. But there's one team in particular that I have not seen anybody talk about that I dubbed the Thundershock Arrow team, consisting of Kazuha, Raiden Shogun, YELAN, and Xingqiu, and in my opinion, this team absolutely shreds. Reason being is because of all of the coordinated attacks that are happening at the same time. But not only that, the synergy between these characters and their kits are just unparalleled. So in today's video, I did want to go ahead and break down the team as well as showcase them, so I do hope you enjoy. Now, in my opinion, the main driver of this team is the Raiden Shogun. Reason being is because of her elemental skill, Transcendence, Baleful Omen. It's going to be providing the coordinated attack, hence where we get the Thundershock Arrow name from, but also it increases the elemental burst damage based off of the energy cost of said character who has the Eye of Stormy Judgment. So this is going to allow for all of our characters' elemental bursts to just be hitting that much harder. And of course, all the coordinated attacks are coming from our character's elemental burst, aside from the Raiden Shogun. So this is crucial to be able to do the most amount of damage. Furthermore, the Raiden Shogun is going to be providing battery towards the team and the energy that the team needs, so that way we have the elemental burst up as often as possible. So the Raiden Shogun is crucial in order for this team to perform the way it does. Not only that, if you want to bring the Raiden Shogun out to pop her elemental burst to be able to do some more damage as well, that's always a viable option. In this particular team comp and showcase, I will have YELAN as the main DPS because she is the star of the show and star of 2.7. So that is who you're going to be seeing out the most often. Of course, the team wouldn't be outputting the damage that you see without Kazuha. Kazuha, of course, everybody know is going to be able to boost the amount of damage that we're doing within this team comp and make sure that the elements that we're swirling is increased tremendously. So Kazuha is instrumental in being able to boost the damage that we're doing within this team comp and be able to CC the enemies, so that way we can keep them grouped up nice and together and be able to shred them down. Now, this team could not be called the Thundershock Arrow team without the boy Xingqiu providing those rain swords and being able to allow for more coordinated attacks to be happening at the same time. But not only that, Xingqiu within his elemental skill is also offering some damage mitigation. He's increasing the character's resistance to interruption, and he's also applying hydro as well as a bit of healing. So Xingqiu is fantastic in that aspect with the team. Not only that, furthermore, he also with his C2 is decreasing the hydro resistance of opponents hit by sword rain attacks by 15% for 4 seconds, which synergizes amazingly with YELAN and her elemental burst and elemental skill. So the pairing is great. Couple that with the Raiden Shogun and Kazuha, and now we are really starting to ramp up at this point. And then of course the star of the team 2.7 and this whole showcase is YELAN herself. Starting with her elemental skill, which I don't see enough people speaking about. I think it's fantastic. It's doing some great damage. Not only that, it's also providing some energy back to YELAN, so you couple that with the Raiden Shogun, and getting her elemental burst off is a non-issue. Speaking about the elemental burst, this is of course the bread and butter, the highlight of this showcase and this team. Once again, providing the coordinated attack, so now we have hers coupled with the Raiden Shogun's and Xingqiu's, and there's just coordinated attacks coming from everywhere, and it does some great damage itself. And then we take a look at her second passive, providing that passive damage increase, and now we have really just combined everything together in a nice package, and we are just shredding the enemies at this point, and it is phenomenal. Tons of fun. Let's get into the showcase. Have you liked the video yet? Let me try this out. Oh, what are these? What? Alright, we'll make it happen. Snap back. Oh, I already used this one. Come on, come on. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad at all. What are with these buffs? What is going on? Defeating an opponent gives a 50% chance to end current elemental skill cooldown. I might as well just go with the max HP. What is with these buffs? Weird. Hu Tao's awesome. Yeah, Hu Tao's great. I don't think I used the Raiden Shogun's thing once. Wrap him up. Wrap him up. It's just so much damage. Iframe? Did I don't know if I got the wrap up right. I'm gonna do this really quickly because I think this is gonna just overall yield better results right now. Got him. Should I do that one? Should I do this one? No, I'm never. I don't want to get less than 50%. We'll do this one. So we can slap. Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Wrap him up. Oh my god. Yeah. That team is busted. We just deleted that floor. Kazu, Shogun, YELAN, and Xingqiu on the same team is just kind of absurd. I hope you enjoyed that showcase. So at this point in time, I did want to go ahead and show off the build that I have for each character, just in case you wanted to try and recreate or emulate what I did here today. So we're going to go ahead and start off with Kazuha. Here are his stats, level 90. Basically with Kazuha, all I'm trying to focus on is getting as close to 1000 EM as possible, because I use him as pure support. So I have the Freedom Sworn, R2, keep that in mind, level 90. Artifacts, like I mentioned, 4-piece VV for him. C0, and then the talents 9, 9, and 2. So that's my Kazuha. For Xingqiu, I have him at level 80. There are his stats. I have the Sacrificial, Refinement rank 5. I have the 4-piece Noblesse, once again running him as a pure support, so I want him to really help out the team. I have him C6 and talents 11, 10, and 2. So that's Xingqiu. Now, suffice it to say, this may be the most controversial part. I have my Raiden Shogun level 90, Engulfing Lightning at level 90. I have the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate. I do indeed have her C6. So I know my Raiden Shogun being C6 is probably going to be the biggest gripe when it comes to the showcase, but it really is null and void. And let me explain. The C1, all that really does is allow you to get your chakra back quicker, so that way your Raiden Shogun's elemental burst hits harder, faster. So that didn't really come into play except that one part where we were taking down those cryo slimes. The second one we all know is just a damage increase for the Raiden Shogun. Once again, didn't really come into play except for those cryo slimes. And then we have the C4. This might have been the most pivotal because while in the elemental burst state, all nearby party members, excluding the Raiden Shogun, gains a 30% bonus attack. Once again, didn't really come into play except for that one part during the cryo slimes. What I tried to do is not use the Raiden Shogun and really focus on YELAN doing all the damage and being the main DPS. And then the C6, this really just makes sure that the other characters' elemental burst cooldown is increased, so that way you can get their elemental burst off quicker. And this is all within the Raiden Shogun's elemental burst. So I tried to avoid that as much as possible, except for those cryo slimes. So the C6 was not really a major factor. If anything, I would have to say probably the C5 might have been the most significant because it increases the talent level. Other than that, the constellations are really a non-factor, and the Raiden Shogun gets the job done in this team comp at C0 just perfectly fine. So no need to worry about that, but I do have the talents triple crown, so you need to keep that in mind. Now, for my YELAN, I have her at level 90. You see the stats. I do have the applicable weapon at R1. I have the 4-piece Emblem of Severed Fate on her. And for the showcase, I did have C4. But I will say, to counter this, I've tried this same team comp at C0, and it worked out beautifully. Now, of course, we're outputting more damage, and that's a given. But like I mentioned, at C0, we were still getting the job done, and it wasn't bad at all. So I will say that. And then I have the talents. At the time of the showcase, I have her double crowned right now. But at the time of the showcase, when I did it, I had it 1 crown, and then I had this one at level 9. So not a big difference, because when you crown this skill, it's only like a 3 or 4% increase. So there's not a big difference there. And then of course level 6 for the basic attack. So that is the build for my characters. Once again, if you want to try and emulate or recreate, you definitely can. I understand my characters having some constellations, and this being a slight whale account, but you can, once again, like I mentioned, the Raiden Shogun's constellations is a non-factor. My YELAN, I tried her at C0, was perfectly fine. And if you don't have some of these characters like the Raiden Shogun or Kazuha, you may be able to supplement a Venti or a Sucrose for Kazuha. And then for the Raiden Shogun, maybe supplement like Fischl or another battery. And then I would hope you have Xingqiu, unless you just started the game or brand new. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you like what you saw. And let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I'm going to get on out of here. Remember to stand out, be different, have fun, go further beyond in everything that you do. My name is Cody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.